We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for this afternoon, His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, the former Assistant Foreign Minister. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ambassador.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir, and thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Ambassador. Now, the Human Development Report for Egypt for the year 2021 comes at a very important time. Could you tell us a bit about some of the main aspects in the report that have really reflected the progress made in human development in Egypt?
I am keen to follow those reports, of course,
Yes.
every now and then, and we were really in a sort of celebration every now and then whenever we receive such a report.
Yes.
Because we need it, of course. It comes from the highest international organization, United Nations, and we always discuss what comes. Whether it is praising what we are doing, it means that we are going on the right track, or even if they have some remarks about our development and encouraging us to take the right steps here or there. Now we are with sort of an agreement which is talking about Egypt globally. In every single sector, they defined how we are going. And thank God what I hear up till now during the whole day, that we are on the right track everywhere. We are ahead of many countries around us.
Yes.
I heard myself, the head of UNICEF, saying that Egypt is ahead of any country in the world concerning fighting diseases which cause the death of children under 5 years old. That was always a sort of a way of Egypt's development in this sector.
Yes, absolutely.
Now the report is talking about our development in the health sector, in education, about the students where they continue or they skip the study. And health care, many things are in the report. And really we have to take this seriously, whether it is mainly praising Egypt's efforts, especially while we are facing the epidemic disease with a courageous way.
Yes.
That our economic reform was ahead of the disease, so when the disease came, we were already in a good stand.
Absolutely.
So really, we must take this report very serious and try to benefit from it.
Absolutely. Your Excellency, now sustainable development is a major target of the Egyptian state, focusing on the 3 Ps, which are people, profit and planet. How does the Egyptian sustainable development vision for 2030 cover these areas, in your opinion, sir?
In my opinion, we are fighting on many fronts. Every front we are facing, and we are doing well. Sometimes I draw the attention of our citizens that sometimes they say we are concentrating on roads or new cities or whatever. As a matter of fact, if you carefully follow what is done in Egypt and what's going on, you will find that we are tackling every single sector with good efforts, whether it is housing, whether it is agriculture, industry, education, health. So it is a sort of a very balanced economic reform. And I invite every single citizen who can look on his computer to look to the page of the Ministry of Planning, because you will find there our plan for the coming years up till 2030, with many details which will satisfy you if you are seeking the realities here or there. This will encourage us to be self-confident and to go ahead, because frankly, while we are satisfied with the situation, but we are eager to double our efforts in order to face, for instance, our birth rate, which is the highest, or one of the highest in the world.
Yes.
We gave birth in the last 25 years to more than 25 million inhabitants in the last 11 years. So we have to maintain our efforts and even stress on many dimensions where to make life is better and the condition of life is better. By the way, the environment is one of the sectors they are covering, which is quite doing well.
Absolutely. Now, Your Excellency, while the state's economic reform program really was very beneficial for the country, the social aspect of the development process was not overlooked by the state. Hence, many social protection initiatives were launched by the state. Let's talk a bit about some of these initiatives. In your opinion, how did they manage to reduce poverty levels and improve the living standards of Egyptian citizens, the most vulnerable of them?
We always talk about the social dimension of the economic reform. Economic reform is very important. Of course, we are doing well. The rate of growth is satisfactory. But this is not enough by itself.
Yes.
Because if the money is going up only, then we are not in a good position concerning the poor classes and the most needy classes.
Yes, absolutely.
We want the layman, every citizen, whether the middle class or the poor class, to feel that what we are doing is a sort of supporting him. Here we are talking about education, we are talking about the housing, about the changing the life of the citizen concerning housing.
Yes.
It is an enormous job. And the health care, and really we are going fast in this concern. We succeeded to face the epidemic of corona.
Yes.
Lately, whether as a disease or as the economic impact on us. But really, we have to continue making the layman, the poor classes, to feel that all of this has a great attention to help them to make their life better and better. Otherwise, really, I feel guilty if we don't do that.
Absolutely. Your Excellency, you mentioned a very important issue, which is that of housing, and how the housing projects have targeted people in informal settlements, slum areas, etc., and how it is one of the main issues focused upon by the State Development Plan and projects. How do you see this affecting Egypt's ranking in the World Human Development Index, with the eradication of slums and informal shanty housing to proper buildings?
This is one sector where, as a matter of fact, we are not just working, we are running. We are trying to, running fast in order to reach a situation where every citizen has his clean bed in a clean room, in a very clean area. And if you go here and there in Cairo even, you will find this everywhere around you. Maspero, if you look from your window from Maspero, you will find a huge program there. Really, it was a problem for all of us when we come to Maspero to cross this area. Now, mashallah, it is a huge building going there. Doubling this with education and health, this will produce a very strong citizen who can help himself and help his country also all over the dimensions.
Absolutely. Your Excellency, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, I'd like to thank you very, very much, sir, for your time and your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, a very short break, and we'll be right back to continue. Do stay tuned.